Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Your Football Show, and it's time for your Brighton versus Leeds post-match chat. As is always the case, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. Not the best performance, not the best day, but we move. Let's get into it.
I don't think I do it.
Arsenal started like house on fire. Signing number 2 for this new era. It's Judgment Day, people. Yeah! What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt. Don't believe in any love, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. So Brighton ran out 1-0 winners down at the Amex. And of course, Leeds United continue to draw a blank down at Brighton. Graham Potter and Brighton seem to have a hoodoo over us. Big props to them. I thought they were really, really good today. Just negated any sort of threat Leeds United had. We'll go through some individual performances because the two Spanish lads, Llorente and Rodrigo, turned to their old shaky selves. We need a striker. People call it reactionary. We needed one prior to today, but people easily get swayed by Leeds are doing well, so therefore let's forget about the problems and pretend they're not there. We needed someone like a Danny Welbeck today because Leeds United couldn't get out. Brighton wouldn't let us out, and we couldn't make the ball stick. And when balls fell to our striker, and yes, he is in hot form, but he was trying shots from every which way and when. Like, it was just really, really poor. Leeds United could have potentially been 1-0 up with a Sinistera chance that he hit the post, not the ball, him literally hitting the post. Maybe he should have done better. Brendan Aronson had one when he was put through, and for whatever reason, he decided to cut it back. People on the watch-along told me it was a tight angle on reflection. It wasn't. He should have just smashed that into the back of the net. But listen, they've been totally undeserved because Brighton, deservedly so, ran out winners and they remain unbeaten. I'm not going to get too downhearted about it. I think the performance wasn't great. It just shows for me the inadequacies within the squad. We need a striker. Rodrigo Moreno cannot be relied upon throughout the season. Really, really good for his goal return. I'd just like him to be played off the striker. If you have Bamford up there today, maybe he can bring others into play. But the facts are Bamford is broken. We are probably not going to see Bamford a lot this season. So therefore, go out and get a striker. Go get the Korean Bull. Go get Hwang Hee-chan. People laugh. These are the same people that told me Shea's no good. Well, he's not happening now because Southampton aren't going to sell. Again, he was decent today, running, Martinez, etc. at Manchester United. He gave them a tough game. He gets too much flack for his finishing. Sometimes it's different things. Look how valuable Danny Welbeck is to Brighton. He was involved in their build-up today for their goal. It's just frustrating that we've gone there again and sort of, just been poor. And it's disappointing as well because Rodrigo and Llorente both made their 50th competitive start for the club today in the Premier League and were both really, really poor. The referee, special mention to him, he's had an absolute shocker for me because, the amount of times, especially early doors, he wanted to blow up for Leeds United fouls. We had a yellow card for Strauch on 8 minute, Rocker, Aronson, all in the first half. He let Brighton challengers go and didn't actually give them a yellow card until the 81st minute on Webster. He'd even booked Jesse in the build-up to that. But Jesse, rightly so, got annoyed because Brendan Aronson was getting kicked all over and nothing even happened. But listen, I'm not crying over spilt milk. Like, it is what it is. They deserved their win. Brighton are a very, very good side. It's reactionary, people telling me that we're in for a bad season now just after a poor result. This is a Brighton side that have beat Manchester United, they beat West Ham, they've drew with Newcastle, and they beat Leeds United, who were undefeated, who just spanked Chelsea 3-0 the week before. We are no mugs, and they certainly are. They've got a great side. Pascal Gross was involved. Look, they should have had a number. Adam Webster, should have definitely scored a couple, if we're being totally honest. Trossard had a couple of chances. Obviously, Pascal Gross, as I said to you in the build-up to the game, he's in hot form this season. He scores. Trossard was involved in the build-up to that as well. But just nothing really worked. Nothing really got going for Leeds United from front to back. I thought the substitution of Click started to give us something. Sinistera started to give us something, but any momentum was killed then with that Brighton goal. And then obviously Graham Potter makes changes, Mwepu, etc. Come on, and they're always going to be difficult to break down. I thought the substitution of Harrison was a little bit strange, although he did give us something. Joffy came on, again, lively, riding challenges. He comes up in clutch moments, but even him, when he had an opportunity to play it out to Strauch or whoever was on the left of him, he decides to have a shot at goal. Not great. Leeds United were just not great today, and they're the facts. But Brighton's not a happy hunting ground for us. But we move, you know. On Tuesday we play Everton. Everton again have only got 2 points in total now. They drew down at Brentford. But maybe Neil Maupay will start for them at the week, and I think Gordon scored as well. But he's got a few issues with regards to him maybe going to Chelsea. But I think we should be beating Everton at home, especially with the Lampard effect. It's something that I want to see happen. But listen, I'm tired. The performance today was tired. I've seen some people say we created a lot. I can't really remember any chances of note. The ones that we did get were basically due to Estepinen errors. I thought he had a good game, by the way, on his debut in the Premier League. I think we should have certainly challenged him a lot more than we did. But he almost gave an assist for Sinisterra. And I think he gave the ball away in the build-up to the Aronson. I call it a chance because I think if Aronson hits the trigger, he forces Sanchez into a save. But for whatever reason, he cut it back to Rodrigo. Just not great today. Not at the races. We really, really struggled. But Brighton are a very good side, and especially in that first half. I mean, they ran all over us, if we're being totally honest. I can't. One big chance fell really, and that's probably the Sinisterra one. And we had more possession, but you wouldn't have imagined it based on the actual game. Like, Graham Potter's a great tactician and just nullifying your attacks and playing to Brighton's strength. Just not our day, but I'm not going to get too downhearted about it. Listen, that's it from me. It's quite a quick one, but there's nothing really you can pick the bones out of. Just disappointed with the performance and a few individual performances. I understand you're in top form, Rodrigo, but come on. There were better passes on. He couldn't pass the ball 5 yards. All I will say from this, we definitely need a centre forward. Go out and get a centre forward. Go out and get a centre forward. I understand the left back thing. I like Strauch there. I'm okay with it. Firpo's going to be back. More players coming back. Sinisterra probably starts ahead of James, but we definitely need another option. Someone to be able to hold it up and bring others into play, a la Shea Adams, a la Danny Welbeck. And these other players at these football clubs that do that, you know what I mean? They would add something to us. So you've got a couple of days left in the window now. Make it happen. Thanks as always for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with some more watch-alongs, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
I don't think I do it.
Arsenal started like a house on fire. Signing number 2 for this new era. It's Judgment Day, people.
Yeah!
What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt.
Don't believe